Ah, no! I won't do it! I won't do it! No! Ah! 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 No! No! I don't want to make it! I don't want to make it! No! I don't want to make it! I don't want to do it! Editing takes so long! I guess I can edit a video. Will you set me free after that? It's like a 50-50 shot. We'll see. It's time to get down to business. So if you want me to do this, can you please take the handcuffs off? That'd be helpful. Yeah.
That's fine.
Guess that's enough. Well, let's get down to it. So, pretty basic how this works. I'd like to point out that this pistol I used, this is a Magnum Research MR9. Nothing too fancy. This is stock. I've not cleaned it, not taken it apart since then. Nothing has changed whatsoever. There's no adjustments taken, no nothing. It has been slicked up a good amount. And one of the notable parts about this is it does have a nice crisp break on the trigger, as well as a very short reset. That was it. Again, nice and short. So, let me get out of this stupid freaking jacket. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to it. It's going to require you to have a pistol. Of course, we're doing a pistol bump fire. Why wouldn't it? The pistol that you're going to want to choose is going to be something compact. Well, relatively compact. More of a duty size, or compact, or smaller. Full-size slides seem to soak up the recoil a bit too much, so we're not getting enough force to push back this slide and sort of bottom it out, which will cause the frame, and as a result its position in your hands, to jolt back, resulting in it resetting the trigger relatively easily and consistently. So, is this going to work with your Glock 17, Walther, PPQ, M2, CZ, PO9s, you know, any of these other larger handguns? Not likely, unless they have a very short reset. Now, this is a Magnum Research MR9, modeled after a P99. This is maybe a duty size handgun. It's pretty slick, bottoms out pretty hard at the back, not too hard, but hard enough that it's able to reset that trigger. So essentially, you take your handgun, right? You take your other hand. We're going to want to have this relatively straight, aside from this finger right here, which we're going to leave just at a 90-degree angle, doing that physics right-hand rule style crap. Put that in here. Again, unloaded in case that was a concern. Run the thumbs high on this side. Aside from that, just a really good grip up in the beaver tail. We want to control this to the best extent possible. Then, take it. I'm going to mate my palm and the back of my palm here. See, this muscle is incompressible, which means that if I'm pushing here, it's spreading out elsewhere. Turns out that's going to make your palms a pretty decent spring system. So, take it. You can match these up pretty well. You're also going to use your palm here as a spring system with your knuckles here, because these won't really move too much. There's not too much meat there. But what you're going to get in the end, you're doing this nice and tight, and you're slowly going to ease that down while doing that. Do that. It's going to reset, and that little bit there, you just heard that, it went. That's the idea. You're just allowing your hands to ride that reset. The good old Magnum Research MR9, the first one, right? I'm not going to show you the other side because it's got serial numbers. Eight rounds. Now, just to go ahead and prove to y'all that this is semi-auto, got some Browning 124 grain, 150 round bulk packs. Yeah, that's a flex in 2020. Come to think of it, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this with a single camera. Could set up the other one, but you know. So, I guess I could do it this way. Essentially. But like such. Good gun. Take one, CZ P09. Shots too controllable, recoil is not present, reset on the trigger is too long. Still a good gun. Now it's time for the hunk of shit. The Remington RP9. You'll notice it's pretty slick. Heavily oiled. Was the only way I could get this thing to work. Who even knows if we'll get past the third shot. Full auto or not. Sorry, bump fire. So again, pressing the palm together. The other palm. I had high hopes for this, because the recoil is relatively uncontrollable. No, we're not going to get it. That lends itself to confidence, but has yet to malfunction today. Oh. Whew. Hunk of shit. Alrighty. Now it's time for a SIG P226. This is a West German model with a stamped slide. This one is a police turn-in. It's too fucking controllable. We're now going to be moving on to the Beretta APX. No confidence for this one. Yeah. Trigger reset's way too long on that. Way too long. And definitely too controllable, as well as this trigger return spring here has no force behind it. Shame. So now we're here with the Taurus G3 full-size 9mm pistol, 15 round mag in this one. Oh Jesus fuck, can't English. Taurus G3 pistol, 9mm, 15 rounds. Do not have high expectations for this. The trigger is just really long, and the recoil is way too controllable. So I'm sorry for the person who wanted the his Taurus 709 to work in there. But I do apologize. I don't think it'll work. Now we'll be going for a USP 45. This one has the LEM trigger kit in it, though probably try once with the light and once without this TLR4. Maybe adding some extra weight to the front. Which we maybe could do without. Be back in a moment. Now with no light or anything on it. Well, let's go ahead and send it. Done it with this before. Well, I mean, again, too controllable. I have managed to get doubles out of this before, maybe some triples, but it just doesn't want to cooperate today. A FEG P9R, which is essentially a Smith & Wesson 59 combined with a high power. Thank you, Hungary. Maybe. Got a super short reset on that trigger. Yeah. Maybe the old style. No, not even like that. Well, now it's time for a gun that some of you probably even haven't heard of, and even fewer of you have seen. This is a Norinco NP77B. High sights on that thing. Yeah. Now, again, same thing, metal frame gun. Also, the trigger isn't exactly good. Still doesn't reset. That's where we reset. Oh well. Had hopes for it. Now it's time for the Star BM. Another one that's probably going to be yep. Not enough recoil. So now we're getting on to a Grand Power K100. Rotating barrel on this makes it very nice to shoot. However, I don't think it'll actually give us enough felt recoil in order to reset. Yeah. It's way too freaking controllable. Nice and short trigger though. Good gun overall. Just not bump fireable. Old law enforcement trade-in Beretta. Stored with an empty mag, because of course, everyone has some of those lying around. Same reason why I have a couple loaded Beretta mags in my pocket. They're just everywhere. This is not gonna work out. Yeah, too fucking controllable. So these will be the first ever shots out of my new unfired Canik TP9 SF Elite. This is the 1 series because it was nice and cheap. Let's first go for some just some basic shots. Take 2. Everyone likes to call on the phone whenever you're about to go shoot. Yeah, I can definitely feel it in that trigger. I should be able to do this. Ooh. I think I rode the slide catch too hard on that one. Or rather, let's hope so. Getting a lot of doubles. Not a lot of full auto. Let's give it 6 rounds because bullets are kind of expensive here in the year of our Lord 2020. I guess you just like to do doubles then. Let's give it 5 more rounds. The financial suffering I go through. That's right, after refinancing my house to afford a box of 9mm, I'll be forced to eat chicken and rice for the next few weeks. Oh my goodness. That was a failure to set back the striker. This is less than stellar. For your first couple shots there, a young one. Does not go forward on its own. So what I'm trying to do is use the palm as a spring there. Keeping thumbs high, using this to pull the trigger. See, that's getting somewhere. Well, let's go with 13. Hopefully that's a lucky number. There it is, the striker disappeared again. Fired, and I know it green chambered another round. I don't know what's going on there. We're gonna give up on this Canik for now and revisit that at a later time. So again, the reason I think that it wasn't working is I don't think these rails are worn in very well. And more importantly, this slide has seen almost no usage. So let's get this bad boy back together. $10 rounds because, you know, ammo in 2020. There was 3. We'll work on you. So let's go ahead and try it again. Again, this is a Magnum Research MR9. It is virtually identical to a Walther P99 in the fact that we're still getting a double action, single action trigger, even though it's a striker fire, and it's just a very good shooting gun overall. So again, single shot. I think because it's a shorter gun overall, that's why it's getting a little more recoil on it, which may be why it's much easier to reset that trigger. And again, oh, rode that again. Well, still works. Touch hot. So what happens if we take this and then, this is my Canik, right? The one I just got. Huh, that's weird. They take apart in a different way. But if I perform an unholy sin and I take it, I wonder if I can get this to go. Trigger reset issue again. Again with that striker reset. Gosh darn. I'm not sure what happened there. It's getting sluggish. again with the reset issue. Hopefully it's just a break-in problem. Huh. Well. That's cursed. So, in conclusion, what we're looking for is a polymer frame pistol. I like 9mm. Ammo's cheap and was plentiful. Fucking 2020. So, with a short reset on the trigger, again, go ahead and take that out. This is how long the distance is in the MR9. Incredibly short, incredibly light trigger pull. Should work with most of your Caniks and whatnot. If you have slightly more subcutaneous fat than I do in my hand, you might be able to do things with the longer resets, as long as you have a bit more weight traveling up top. I do not have a high point around. I cannot find a high point right now because apparently high points are in high demand at the moment, so I wasn't able to get one for testing. Nor would the missus allow me to spend more money on firearms.
You edit that out. I did no such thing.
So, again, we're just looking for something polymer frame to allow a little bit of flex and a comparatively lighter weight of the frame as compared to the slide. We're looking for something probably either subcompact, compact, or at the largest duty size. Full sizes seem to be too good at absorbing recoil and reducing the shock on the rear end of travel. And just generally speaking, a good, that reset, a good trigger. Assuming you can find all those things, again, I've already detailed what sort of happens. If you need any more in-depth explanations, I'll be more than happy to explain what's all sort of happening with using your hands as a spring system, though we might be getting a little bit more into biology and stuff like that. So, if you're interested in that, please let me know. Aside from that, hope you all have a wonderful day. Catch you all on the flip side. Thanks for sticking around to the end, just to show you a little bit of what's going to be hopefully pushed through in the future. Currently, for a friend of mine, making a light/laser mount, probably a red dot slot on top for it too. Standard Picatinny, just for the heck of it. Little aluminum piece essentially for a Smith & Wesson Governor, which is one of those 410/45 long Colt shotgun pistol, whatever the heck you want to call it. Legally pistol, of course. So that should be fun. And got something you might be interested in. The past couple years now, I've been working on the MA37 from Halo Reach. So maybe look forward to that in the future. We'll see.